And hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Excuse me. Welcome in to the stream tonight. I am Dean the Turkey Legster, and you are watching Let's Talk Turkey, my weekly stream here where I'm chit-chatting with friends. Speaking of friends, I see Debbie. Debbie in the chat. Hi, Debbie. Great meeting you and hanging out with you, or meeting you. I guess we hung out a little bit in Hollywood Studios. Great to meet you in person. So great to always meet up with people, especially for the first time. But then when you have the opportunity in the future to meet with them again, that's always fun. But yeah, I met Debbie at Hollywood Studios. That was this past Thursday. And along with several other friends in the Disney YouTube community. Yeah, helped. I helped Debbie find her way back to where Pete McDevitt was. I got to meet Pete, his son Preston. I got to meet Wendy B. I got to meet and bunch of other people at Epcot. I hopped over to Epcot later that day and I met Cherie, Surfer Girl, and her husband James, and I met Amy, AJC Magic TV that night, and wonderful day. I've got 2 streams on the channel, actually one in Hollywood Studios, from Hollywood Studios. So you actually, a couple things on the Hollywood Studios stream, and I haven't gone back to rewatch the stream, but we just kind of walk around, or I walk around. I guess if you were watching with me, you went with me, but walking around, enjoying the ambiance, the Christmas decor around the park. I did, while I was streaming, was when I did actually meet Pete McDevitt. Hey, Jonathan, welcome in. And we did a little sneak up on Jennifer Caruso. We spotted, and I kind of got it behind the scenes. So if you see some panning around shots at Hollywood Studios on the main street there, in a Jennifer Caruso video in the near future, I was getting the behind the scenes of that. That was kind of fun. So Jennifer, her son Nick, who is Main Street Nick, if you ever see Main Street Nick in chats, and the Disney Baker, I saw him as well. I have met him before, and it's fun to see him again. He is a fellow fan of the turkey leg, and appreciate that when you meet someone who for a fact is a fan of the turkey leg. Cherie, Surfer Girl, is also a turkey leg fan, and she actually by the time I met up with her at Epcot, she had already had her turkey leg. Excuse me. So, it would have been nice to, have it time out right so I could have enjoyed a turkey leg, uh, with a friend. But, it was a great day. That evening, I also, excuse me, that night, I also did another live stream. I went to check out the brand new World Celebration gardens that have newly opened. Um, as of today, I think it's been a week. They opened on the 5th, I believe. Yeah, it was the 5th. Excuse me. So that front part opened. The Luminous show debuted their new nighttime show in the World Showcase. I did not stay to watch that, but I have watched that on video. And so what do I think about the new World Showcase area? Hey Mandy, welcome in. Yeah, Living with the Land is a great ride. It's probably the only ride that's still there, that is there currently, that you can call one of the true Epcot classics. It's still there. It's the most, it's the closest that it is to the original version. But yeah, you're right, Mandy. It is a great ride. A lot of great fun. So my thoughts on the new area in the front, which is the World Showcase, no, the World Celebration Gardens. It consists of, let me see if I can get to a picture. Well, I don't know if any picture I have is not going to be as good as some that have been posted. And even my live stream, my phone's camera doesn't do as well at night, so it's a little darker, I think, than some streams, but you still get the picture of what it look. Bump my thing. I like the area. I know that the only critique I have is just simply the timeline. We all know that Epcot has been, was under construction for many years, 4 or 5 years. The center part was there, known as the Epcot crater. Walcott was the term of endearment that was given to Epcot during the last few years. And there was supposed to be a lot more in the middle. Before they closed it down, they had big, elaborate, concept art and everything, and that changed. There was a revamp of Spaceship Earth that was going to happen. So come to today, they're actually still finishing up a few things. They're in World Celebration. They're doing what's going to be the Communicore Hall, the Communicore Plaza, which will be a concert venue. Communicore Hall is going to be like character meet and greet. There's going to be some kind of a gallery thing. And then that's still under construction. I'm hoping that gets completed, in short order, because I'd like to see the completed, front part of Epcot, really soon here. Um, but anyway, aside from the timeline, because 4 years, 5 years to basically put in paths and planters and trees is honestly, it's a little embarrassing. Um, I would be if I was Disney. But all that to say, now that it is open, what do I think of the area? I've only seen it at night. So what you see on my live stream from the other night, it's called, the stream is called Epcot at Night. And so what you see on that live stream, what I'm showing, is actually my initial seeing of that area. So I like it. There's a ton. They've got a ton of seating, tables, benches in that area. They have charging stations. You can plug in your phone, and there's just a lot there. Of course, that whole area is, of course, next to where Connections is, where the Creations shop is. So on, nicer days, evenings, you know, it'll um, it'll accommodate a lot of people looking to, have somewhere to go if Connections is packed, or if they just need to stop in somewhere and rest for a few minutes and they don't want to go inside. The trees right now, of course, they haven't been in there long. They will grow. So with time there'll be more shade in that area. I know, and I haven't seen it in the daytime, so I'm looking forward to seeing that in the daytime. That'll be probably sometime in January when I get back to Epcot. But I do plan on looking at that area in the daytime. They have the Walt Dreamer statue, and I mean, it's brand new. It hasn't even been there. When I was there, it was like the second or third day it had been there, so it would have been the third day. So, of course, they've got a whole line there with the PhotoPass photographer, people taking pictures of the Walt statue there. Hopefully, with time, that dissipates, and so it's more of a thing that you just walk up and get a picture. But I mean, the same kind of situation goes on at Magic Kingdom with the partner statue, where you've got it. Basically, it's a decoration in the middle there, but you've still got a popular picture spot. And so I just think that the statue is going to be a popular photo spot for many years. But yeah, it's impressive. It's not huge. I think it's pretty lifelike. I mean, life size, as far as I can tell. Of course, I didn't, meet Walt Disney, so I don't know how big he actually was. But it looked all right. Um, but the lighting in the area, they've got all kinds of lighting around the center planter. There's lights in the pathway. They've got lights up near where the Walt statue is. They've got, lights that go on and off in the sidewalk. And the lighting actually changes. It goes, the lights on Spaceship Earth and the musical shows, they actually do are they're in sync to the shows of Spaceship Earth, the beacons of magic shows that go on there, and the music is in there. So for the shows, the music goes into this new area, and there's lighting in the trees. It's really pretty. Um, it's just a really impressive space. Um, it's a really um, I'm saying impressive. At night, I think it might be a little more impressive. I think in the daytime, it just comes across as a very nice, relaxing space. It does provide for crossing the middle section now. So people who are wanting to get from, the land over to Guardians or Test Track, now they can just go right through the middle. The middle part there, they don't have to go around, all of the walls and be inconvenienced like that. There is a cut through there, even though they're still working on, things there. There are still walls. Don't worry. There's still walls at Epcot for a little while, much less, but there's still walls. Um, and Yeah, there's a cut through there. You get to the Moana over on the one side. On the stream, I also walked through the Journey of Water at night. And my first time seeing Journey of Water at night, I've seen it 3 or 4 times in the daytime. Really enjoyable. It's really enjoyable there. It's enjoyable at night. It was pretty crowded when I walked through. You could tell that on the stream. So that was, but again, it's lighting. They've got a lot of cool lighting, and that's right, Jonathan. Your favorite walls are still there, so don't worry. But yeah, do I wish this could have opened a couple years ago? Yes, and the critical part of me is going to say, I don't know why why it took Disney so long to just, do pathways and planters and, these slides. I really think they could have and should have done it a lot quicker. But it's a nice space, really nice space, and I'm glad it's open. And I think everyone is relieved, and it's really, really good. Really good thing that happened. So Luminous also debuted. Again, I have not seen it in person. That'll probably be in January when I get back there and I'm able to see it in person, but I have watched it on videos, live streams, and so forth. And I gotta say, it was, so for me, I'm at giving it about an 8, possibly a 9, but definitely an 8 out of 10. It is basically what I expected from Disney. It was a little less. It's a little less classic Epcot. My prediction for the show, and I on the last Let's Talk Turkey, I said that I was expecting Luminous to end up being in spirit and feel to be kind of a combination of Harmonious, Epcot Forever, and Illuminations. What I ended up feeling from Luminous, it was the Harmonious and Illumination pieces, along with, a new show with the spirit of Harmonious and illuminations. I think it captures what they're the direction they're taking Epcot in. It's got Disney. It's got Disney, like Jonathan Chung says. It's what happens when Illuminations and Harmonious gave birth. It had IPs, but didn't feel heavy. Had the tones of Illumination, minus the ball. Although not completely without the ball. If you notice, some of the, depending on the angle of what stream or video, or if you're ever there in person, if you're watching it from like the back of the World Showcase, there is a section of the show where you do get the world on Spaceship Earth. They do have the world going around for a couple of minutes of a song, but it's not quite to the level of the Illuminations, the Earth Ball that was in the lagoon. You're right, Jonathan. It wasn't the same, but I think it's nice that they did that nod to the Earth Ball. It kind of, that part of the show kind of felt like it needed some kind of an Earth thing going on somewhere, and Spaceship Earth is perfect for that, and they're already kind of do that in some of their. I think they've already done the spinning, the Earth in one of their shows, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, so yeah, I enjoy the soundtrack. Like Jonathan said, there was Disney music, or the IPs, but they kind of gave a. It wasn't the straight from the movie soundtrack. It has a kind of a new version of it within the context of the show, and there's a little bit of a storyline. They've got new songs. The fireworks are great. The water effects are great there. The at the I don't really want to give a whole lot of spoilers, but it's got a great opening, and it's, I think it's a really good show, and I'm looking forward to seeing it in person. The other major plus that everyone is well aware of is that the logistics of doing the show was the barges, and how their portability, if you will. Um, the major complaint is, of course, is that the Harmonious barges were stationary and stuck in the middle there, and impeded the view. And now with now with Luminous, they've done the barges, so they're actually barges, and they can move them in and out. And when I was there, I actually did see them starting to bring in the barges for the show, which is what we like to see, and I think everyone wanted that with Harmonious, something where they would bring in, the pieces, and then they do the show. Debbie, oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it and got to see the show. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it again, probably in January at some point. I am going back down to Disney on Monday. I will be at Animal Kingdom. I will be doing a stream showing their Christmas holiday decorations, and enjoying the ambiance of the park. Hey, Amy, welcome in AGC Magic. I mentioned earlier in the stream, it was so great to meet you, Amy, and we connected, and we both traveled to Epcot to from Hollywood Studios. So we hooked up and we connected, I should say, and we rode the friendship boat back to Hollywood Studios, which was um, just great. And it was so great meeting you, Amy. And yeah, that was just a really great Disney day. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm going to be at Epcot on Monday. I will be there in the morning/midday, and then I'll be hopping over to Magic Kingdom and likely doing another live stream. There'll probably be 2 live streams um, on Monday. Definitely one, likely a second one. But anyway, I let me cover. I'm going to try to be off of here in not too long, but currently going on, Epcot is doing the Festival of the Holidays, and this is the Festival Passport. Festival of the Holidays is going from November, going until December the 30th of 2023. And just want to go through, I'm not going to read all through the menus. I'm just going to go through. Some of the menu items looked really interesting and good. Some of the things mentioned in here I actually did get to have gotten to try. But of course, as is with any of the festivals, there's the food, there's entertainment, meaning shows, music, in the Flower and Garden and the Food and Wine and the Food and Wine Festival. They have a concert series where different bands, groups perform in the American Gardens Theater over in the American Adventure. They have, during Festival of the Arts, it's still a show. It's like a Disney, I think they do like a Disney on Broadway type show. So it's still like a concert show, but it's more of a it's not so much a concert as much as it is a show for the Arts Festival. Hey, Dave, welcome in. Great to have you here. And during the Festival of the Holidays, they, of course, do the beloved Candlelight Processional. In the place, the America Gardens Theater. And the official description here is an experience a narrated retelling of the Christmas story accompanied by a glorious massed choir, 50-piece orchestra, herald trumpets, and the voices of liberty. And so they feature the retelling of the Christmas story. They always have a narration featuring a celebrity individual. The night I was there, that I met up with Amy and Debbie, it was, what's his name? Neil Patrick Harris. And so because of that, I had to, I ski-daddled out of the American Adventure right after having my turkey leg, because there was like super crazy crowds there, and I had to get out of there. It was really bad. It's I kind of wish they had like a bit super bigger location they could offer that at, but then again, it wouldn't be Epcot, it wouldn't be Festival of the Holidays without it. But anyway, I did not stay to watch it. I know Amy, you streamed the candlelight processional. I'll have to go check out your stream. I know there's other streams and videos that have done the candlelight processional, so it's not like I can't watch it somewhere. And Jonathan, I do see you've been talking about the ice display at the Gaylord Palms. I have heard about that, and I've seen a couple videos on it, and I so want to go, but I'm too much of a wuss. They keep that thing at like 9 degrees, and I have a feeling we're going to end up with a deansicle if I go walking in there, even if I have layers. And so, um, thank you to all of the folks that recorded vlogs so I can stay out in the 80 degree highs that we have and not walk in. There's a reason this is Florida. And then they're creating a tent with 9 degrees. No, thank you. But it's Charlie Brown themed, which is awesome, which I love. And but 9 degrees, I can't. I live in Florida for a reason. So anyway, so there's the candlelight processional. They also have a show at the front of the World Showcase called, I think it's called Joyful or Joyous. Joyful, a celebration of the season that is, the description is experience the joy of gospel and rhythm and blues as the joyful ensemble performs holiday music in celebration of Christmas and Kwanzaa. And then around the rest of the World Showcase, they've got other performers, several versions of like the country's Santa Claus. There is Father Christmas in the United Kingdom. There's Pierre Noel in France. Those might be the only two. Like Norway's got a mischievous, magical barn Santa. Pretty much each of the countries has this entertainment and different show times. So yeah. Of course, this talks about merchandise. They've always got merchandise for the festivals and stuff, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to talk about that. So, some menu items that I have piqued my interest. Some of them I've actually eaten. So at the Connections Eatery, I have not had this, but this looks so interesting. It's called So Many Wishes, and it's a drink. It's a pomegranate green tea, hibiscus, lemon, and a dash of stardust, inspired by the culinary treasures of the Kingdom of Rosas in Disney's all-new animated musical film Wish. And it is non-alcoholic, which is good for me because can you imagine if I consumed alcohol? That'll be a live stream. But anyway, that looks so good. I agree, Debbie. It makes it more cool weather, makes it's easier. it's easier to seeing, the weather outside is frightful when we're getting highs in the low 70s or upper 60s even that we get here in Central Florida sometimes, um, rather than in the 80s. So that was a good dish. That's so many wishes is the name of that treat. And again, I'm not going to read all the menu offerings for the festival. I just picked a few that seemed to interest me. So in Swirled Showcase, which is a new eating place, a new quick service location, is actually located. Swirled Showcase is located where they used to have the temporary Starbucks a couple years ago. And I think this was a great move because with them having the food booth, the food thing place there, where they had the food booth like across the way on like the main pathway, they don't have it there anymore. They don't have booths in the walkway, and so it opens up that area even more. And they're using the food service location that they already constructed. So smart move, Disney. Smart move. Thank you for using your head on that. Anyway, they've got what's called a Mickey shaped liquid nitro cake. A Mickey shaped liquid nitro cake, which to me sounds kind of interesting. They also have a frozen apple pie, which I think is, if I remember right, it's a drink that I may have had a couple years ago or last year or something, where it's kind of like apple slushy, and then it's got like the graham cracker crust, like in the bottom of it. I think if that's the same menu item that they've had before, then yeah, I think Jonathan Chong for the win. And I'm going to highlight this. I almost never highlight a comment. They need a new limited edition turkey with stuffing wrapped around it and deep fried like a giant corn dog. That would be something. And it's interesting you put that in there because the one menu item that I did try is the turkey poutine, which is at the refreshment port near Canada, and it is sweet potato fries with turkey gravy, cranberry relish, and crispy onions. And I actually have a picture of that. It's dark. But I've got a picture of it. If I can find it really quickly, gotta scroll back here. I take so many pictures. Here you go. So there it is. They also have curds on here, little cheese chunk things on there that isn't in the description, but it was actually really good. I was a little concerned that the sweet potato fries wouldn't be, good consistency. I was kind of worried they would like be soggy. But okay, cheese curds. Oh yeah, that's what they're called, cheese curds. But it was good. It was good actually. They were actually crispy. The sweet potato fries were actually crispy. Kind of wish I guess I could have asked, but I would get just an order of them. Amy, the freeze-dried cake pop. I'm not sure that I've seen that in the book anywhere. I'll look again when I'm flipping through looking for my my picks here. The other, next we have the seared salmon. This is in the Yukon Holiday Kitchen, located in Canada. It's seared salmon with butternut squash puree, maple bourbon glaze, and fennel arugula salad. The is that the Mickey shaped liquid nitro cake, Amy? It sounds like it would be a cake pot. The cake pop, excuse me. Dawn, welcome in the hitchhiking bones. So yeah, the seared salmon. I did not try this, but it sounds delicious. I know, right, Debbie? Oh, love it. Okay. Yeah, okay. So that's the that's what you were talking about. Yeah, so that was I did not try the cake pop, but it looked interesting just because it was Mickey shaped. Okay, the bunch of things here didn't really interest me enough to like want to highlight it. So in Japan, something that interested me that I did not try, they've got a sushi tree. It's a sushi roll with crab meat and cream cheese, topped with ionary seaweed, ikura salmon roe, and spicy mayonnaise. Yummy, yum. And it just sounds really good. Next in the American Adventure, the American Holiday Table, they have the slow roasted turkey, which I did try actually. And this has slow roasted turkey. It's like a little miniature Thanksgiving dinner thing with stuffing, mashed potatoes, green beans, and cranberry sauce. And I actually did try that. I was there. That week before on Friday and tried it. Here we go. Right here. So there it is. You've got a dollop of mashed potatoes, turkey, there's stuffing over there. You can kind of see the green beans peeking out there. You've got cranberry sauce on the top there with the onions, gravy. It really worked. One complaint, though, is that turkey was a little salty, and the inclusion of the cranberry sauce on the top means that it kind of mixed in with everything else, which was a little weird, but it actually worked to complement and to tone down the saltiness of the turkey. So I actually enjoyed that menu item. Then over in Italy at the Tuscany Holiday Kitchen, we have the farfalle salmon affumicato, which is farfalle pasta with smoked salmon and cream sauce. It sounds a lot like a salmon Alfredo ish dish. Very, very, very good. Sounds good. I did not try it, but it sounds good. What else? Over in China, in the Shanghai Holiday Kitchen, they have the beef and noodle soup bowl with slow braised beef shank, green onion, and house-made chili oil. I don't know, it sounds interesting, especially, I mean, it's a soup bowl, so if I'm there on a cooler day, I would have definitely enjoyed trying it. In Mexico, we have at the Las Posadas Holiday Kitchen, we have the giant tostada de chorizo. It's a giant tostada with chipotle black bean puree, ground chorizo, salsa verde, queso cotija, crema mexicana, and pickled onions. Yummy, yum. And I think that's all of my menu highlighted items in this booklet. So much in the booklet to go through, and those are just some of the items that you know, that looked interesting. So anyway, with that, I'm going to go ahead and start to wrap up the stream. Next week, next Tuesday, Let's Talk Turkey is going to be at a different time. It's going to be an hour earlier at 8 o'clock. And it's going to be a driving stream. I'm going to be driving around a couple of the neighborhoods in the area, looking at Christmas lights, and I'm going to be doing my best to sing some Christmas songs. And I don't know if I may mess up the words. I did a test stream the other night. Oh, the screen is freezing up. It's because I tried to put up a banner, I think, Jonathan. My internet's a little wonky. It could be the computer, but anyway. Yeah, so next week, Let's Talk Turkey on the 19th will be at 8 o'clock, not 9 o'clock. Then, of course, we've got Once Upon a Turkey Leg, Thursday at 9, stories, fun Christmas stories. Speaking of Christmas stories, the Countdown to Christmas, I've got a Disney-themed Countdown to Christmas ongoing every morning at 9 a.m. New videos go live. I'm reading out of this book, short stories each day. They're about 6 minutes long, each of the videos. Not a terribly long video for the start of your day or whenever you get around to it. So that's going through each morning through Christmas Day. And what else? Tomorrow, I am returning to the Fort Christmas historical site here in East Central Florida. And I did a stream there a couple weeks ago, and I'll be going back there. There's some other things on the property that interesting historical significance that I'm going to be showing. That's going to be live on the channel tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So anyway, with that, thank you everyone watching live. Everyone in the chat, great to have you here watching tonight. And if you're watching this on the replay, thank you so much. Bop the like button and let me know in the comments that you were watching the replay. And I will see you next time on the streams. Go check out right now, the Hitchhiking Bones coming up here in about 10 minutes. They go live for Hitchhiker Chat as they do every Tuesday night. And they may or may not have one or two special guests on the stream. Yes, Debbie, great. Thank you so much. And so good to see you. So good to meet you in person. We should do it again. Definitely. and Amy and Jonathan. Next time you make it down. And definitely. And Jeanette. Hey, Jeanette, welcome in. Sebastian the Crab. I'm getting ready to sign off, but I know you were trying to come recently, and I'm looking forward to meeting you sometime soon. But anyway, yes, Dave, I will get. And Dave, I need to want to meet up with you. Yes, we will be in contact about Disney Springs. Dave, definitely not forgetting about that. So with that, have a gobbletastic night. Have a gobbletastic Christmas, and take care. And I will see you next time. Take care, everyone.